In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Why many of us do not succeed despite the fact that we are talented, despite the fact that we are capable, but still we don't succeed for the reason we are going to talk about. And if at all we remove these few reasons which are not difficult to remove, which are easy to remove, simple steps, few simple steps which can make us a successful person. First of all, we do choose a thing which is trendy or which contain larger material benefits, but it might contain larger material benefits. It might have, you know uh, it might be a favorite item of many people, but we are not having a kind of talent for that. We choose a thing, we choose the wrong things, we choose the wrong thing. What is meant by the wrong things? Wrong things mean choosing something to accomplish, to do, to perform, to learn, which is not according to our own gifted talents. I mean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted all of us, each one of us, with certain talents. But this talent we are not having. We have certain other talent, but we have chosen this one for one reason or the other, which is absolutely wrong. We must choose a thing which is according to our talent. Number two. Number two is that we don't care much about the circumstances. We don't care much about the circumstances. I think we shouldn't be overconfident at all. Having confidence, that's very fine. But being practical and pragmatic, it is not anyway lesser important at all. So we must take care of ourselves. Although some of the people have succeeded and have succeeded big, despite the fact that the circumstances did not favor them, despite the fact that the circumstances did not favor them. But these people are fewer, fewer in numbers. Most of the people, most of the people do not succeed here. The two reasons we have talked about, and there are certain other reasons we are going to talk about further. The first reason, obviously, is we have talked about, like, choosing something according to our talent, and the second thing is that do take care of your circumstances. Mean, choose a thing which is according to your talent first, our talent first, and it suits our circumstances as well. The two of these things. Then the number three. Number three is that we choose so many things at the same time. We want to accomplish so many things simultaneously. These things could be according to our talent and somewhat according to our circumstances as well. But choosing too many things to perform, to do, to learn, I think it's not something, again, it is something which is not pragmatic at all, which is not being practical at all. If at all we do want to perform well, if at all we do want to perform well, if at all we do want to become somewhat skilled, expert, master, then we do have to choose one instead of the several, instead of more than that. It is like a famous proverb: don't be a jack of all, be a master of one. Be a master of one. It is like, if somebody is doing the graduation, they do have to choose the one, they don't have to choose many things. But if at all the same person goes into for a master degree, they have to select one. And if they further go for the MPhil, They do have to choose one tiny object out of the all of the subject. And still, if somebody goes for a PhD, for the doctorate degree, they do have to further make their their field further more and more limited one, a very tiny subject to specialize in. So look at the doctors. Being a general practitioner, they took so many things, so many. But once somebody goes into the specialization, they do have to choose one instead of the so many things, instead of the so many things. So, dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, so we have talked about the third thing, and now coming to the fourth thing. Coming to the fourth thing, which is having choosing one, and choosing one thing instead of the many things. So that at least we could get the passing marks, at least so that we could get the passing number four is that whatever you have chosen, then if at all you are alone, like to think about it. Do utilize your smartphone, your PC to learn, to watch, to listen the things which are relating to your chosen subject. Instead of watching this, watching that unnecessary, useless thing, so many of the people are wasting time on the so called entertainment. Up to an extent, it is okay, but we people are found consuming so much of our time upon this thing which is called entertainment. And then it is everybody want to become an analyst, political analyst, everybody want to be an expert on the current affairs. We don't need to. We don't need to look upon look upon your chosen subject. If at all we do speak, talk to other people for the sake of time pass. If there is something very important of mutual interest, it's fine to talk. If you do have something important to discuss it with someone else, do it. Obviously, if you don't, who will do that? Other than that, as for the discussion, as for the talking about, for the sake of time pass is concerned, I think that we should discuss the thing about our own interest, about our own chosen subject. If at all somebody is talking about this subject, try to be a good listener. Try to be a good listener. Listen to them quite attentively. No matter how absurd it might seem, then again another thing is that apart from that, speak to those people, and then last but not the least, practice. Don't wait for an ideal time. Don't wait for an ideal health. Don't wait for an ideal circumstances. Rather, do practice. Some of the thing might not be of good quality. You may have to discard it, but at least you did the practice. At least you did the you. At least you practiced it. And this practice will not be wasted at all. It will be useful. It will be beneficial. It will be a kind of learning. It will be a kind of learning. It will be a kind of practicing, and it will help us a lot. Help us a lot. And some of your practice will be so good that you will love it. You will like to put it into your valuable work. Thank you. Jazakallah.